And we have the crew ready with a word on the street. We have Nora Grace Flood and Maya McFadden on the street. Harry Jones and I never know what street it's going to be. So let's find out. Nora and Maya, good morning. And what street are you on?
We're on Whaley right now. We're at Citgo, the gas station. And today we have Andre here to speak to us.
Okay, well, you're up the street from my house, so I'm waving out the window to you. I don't know if you can see.
We deliberately went to Westville because this is Paul Bass's place. Okay, Andre. Would you mind introducing yourself? Andre, last name?
Martinez.
And what's the word on the street today?
Stay safe, I guess.
Safe from what?
From whatever you guys doing, drive safely. Stay away from strange people.
Are we the strange people in this situation?
Suspicious people. Something. I mean,
Are you
What
from
are you?
New Haven?
yeah.
So what do you?
Born and raised in New Haven.
Got it. Where were you? Where did you grow up? In New
I grew
Haven.
up in Connecticut here. New Haven.
But like what neighborhood?
The neighborhood, Howard Ave, Hillside,
Got it. Okay.
Riverville, Clemente area.
Got it.
Yeah.
And what are you up to right now? You're taking a
Just smoking my cigarette and ready to go to work.
Where do you work?
I work at Lyric Park.
Oh, at Lyric.
Lyric Park.
Oh, doing what? What's your title?
Do, restoration, paintings, restore antiques.
Oh, whoa.
Like heirlooms, and I'm an apprentice.
Oh.
His name is John Gabriel. That's what he does. He does reservation. He does heirlooms. We'll be doing so many things. And that's what we do.
How did you find yourself interested in that?
I needed a job. That was like 9-10 years ago.
Whoa.
I was working at Planet Fitness at one time, and met John. And John offered me a job, and it was supposed to be a summer job and stuff. So he ended up being an artist.
Wow.
So he took my talent, just brought out my talent. So
Wow. So you've been there 10 years now?
yeah.
Whoa. Can you give us an example of a project that you've worked on?
We're working on all kinds of projects. Everything is always different. We were messing around with 16th century heirlooms. I mean, colonial heirlooms, native heirlooms, statues, all kinds. Yeah.
That's so interesting.
So has this kind of sparked a long-term interest? Is this something you think you want to do for some time? Or
So far, you gotta do what you love. You find something. When you find something you love, it's not really work. And to other people, it might be like, "Oh my God, it's overwhelming." But when you find something you love, you just don't care about working. It's not really a job. It's something you love doing. Paintings is always different.
Yeah.
It's always different. It's not like it's always scheduled, like every day. Like some people just go to restaurants and do the same thing over and over again, or work in an office and do paperwork over and over again. Everything's all too familiar. You get bored for years and years, but you got to pay the bills. But this one is more like, you come in and you're like, okay, what am I working on today?
What are you working on today? What are you going to go
Right
do
now,
when
I'm
you get
working
back?
on a mantle, working on a 16th century mantle for a customer.
I don't even know what a mantle is.
A mantle is more like you can put it over a fireplace.
Oh, okay, really? Oh.
Fireplace mantle comes with a mirror.
Oh, okay. So
Like that. Sometimes you have to strip it, take the old stripper painting off, and then you have to find the original painting that goes with it. Sometimes you can make it look old again. Make it look very, very old again. So it's like it's antique. That's what we do. That's what antiques. Sometimes we don't take the old out because you're taking away the history.
How long will a project like that take also?
It depends. It depends. We work on a lot of it's gonna take some more.
How much do people pay for a mantle like that too, right?
It depends on individual. It depends how much you love the piece. There are people out there that pay thousands and people that pay hundreds.
Are they usually people from New Haven who are
New
purchasing?
Haven, New York, Norwalk, Ansonia, all around the world.
Whoa. And what are you doing outside of Sicko right now? Did you get any snacks or anything? Why come to
Say that?
Sicko?
Huh?
Why come to Sicko for your
Get my
break?
coffee, smoke my cigarette before I go to work.
Nice.
So you haven't started your shift yet?
After this interview, I gotta go to work. So.
Got it. And we're tuning into Love Babs Love Talk right now. So I'm going to ask Paul, Harry, do you have any questions?
I was wondering where you live and where the job is today.
Where I live. I live on Glenview,
Mhm.
right off Amity, and the job is right here on Whitty Avenue.
What is it
It's
at
an
that?
Eagle.
I'm sorry, which building on Whaley is it?
It's 827 Raleigh Avenue.
Mhm.
It's called Lyric Hall. It's a theater.
Oh,
It's
Lyric
historical theater.
Hall.
Yeah, it's
So
Lyric
that's
Hall.
interesting. Lyric Hall is the old vaudeville theater that got revived.
Yes,
It's
yes,
beautiful.
that's where I'm at.
And
That's where
John
I'm at.
Cavalier's shop is in the front. I know it closed down for part of the time during the pandemic, and then John was looking to
But we-
sell it.
But we ain't done yet because we're still building and we're still doing antiques. And it's not just a theater; we still do historical heirlooms and stuff. So we never stop doing that. And
So
sooner or later, when we reopen, it's going to turn into a B&B.
Oh.
Historical.
So are you working
Whoa.
for John Cavalier?
Yes, I'm his apprentice.
Okay, and so you guys are working on, while it's been closed, converting it to an Airbnb, and you're working on the mantelpiece today to get it in good shape. And
One
is
of the mantelpieces, one of them.
Okay. That is a beautiful, beautiful place. I've seen a lot of shows there and gone to a lot of events.
Yeah,
Have you
that's-
gone to any of the performances there?
I used to be a bartender there. I'm there every day.
Oh, I probably
Whoa.
met you. Okay.
That's good.
What's your favorite show that you've seen there?
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's so many. So many. Man, I can't even think of one right now. But yeah, they be having all kinds of. At the time, they did rap. They did opera shows, talent shows. I mean, it's a hall. They rent it out for all kinds of events. You know?
It seems
Like
like you
the
really
art
have. Seems like you love history. When I go there, I love the idea of feeling that I step back in
Oh yeah, you
time.
will go back in time.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
back in time. He has a lot of heirlooms there.
And
A lot of
then,
heirlooms.
so you've been apprentice for 10 years?
Yeah.
So how does that work? How does one go from apprentice to full-fledged?
I have no idea. It's a work. You don't even notice. I don't think you really notice.
Are you folks, is it going to be under new ownership when it reopens? Or is
Never.
it going to, no?
Never.
Okay.
He's there for the long haul.
And do you feel like, yesterday we found out that there's almost no COVID left in New Haven, 96% of the over.
That's a good thing.
This is Paul's favorite thing to talk about.
So how does that feel for you at the location you're at, the Lyric Hall? Has that changed how you guys are thinking when you're going to reopen? And like,
Well, we took it day by day, man. We took it day by day. We were very careful. We stay safe, looked out for our health, and we did the best we can, little by little. There was times it got slow because of the pandemic. Of course, everybody stayed home. It was a big halt. But we just had faith that things were going to turn around. And at one point, we lost a little hope, like everybody else does, But we just kept looking into the future, and we stayed strong, we stayed firm, and we just kept doing what we were doing. And there was still people out there that was still willing to give us work, and it's picking up, and we're doing just fine. I mean, it ain't like it was before the COVID. I mean, because we had a bar, we had theater, we had people coming over here renting it, and we was just doing so much more. But of course, we're gonna get it back again when things go back normal. It's always different. We're always changing things around anyway, so we need to adapt.
Right. Which, Maya, you
I
got
was
it.
just wondering, do you do any kind of art just on a personal level, like when you go home, or do you just stick to doing it at work?
That's question. No, I do it at work. That's all. I do it at work. It's more fun at work. It's a good environment.
do you have a particular piece that you restored that you look at and take a special pride in? Is there one restoration item that you worked on that sticks
Well,
out?
I like to work on brass. I I like to work on brass. I like to work on silver. I like to work on gold. I hope gold leaf frames. There's a lot of favorites there, you know.
What about those things do you like about working on them?
The way it comes out.
Hmm.
Sometimes the art that you're working on, it speaks to you on a personal level. It depends with what you're working on, you know. The finishing touch, it feels like you didn't do it. And it's like nurturing a piece, you know. The piece is old and it's crumbling, and we got all the tools, and we would just restore it, and we document it how it used to look, and the finished work, it's like coming out of a hospital healthy.
Damn.
Yeah, what piece you working on today?
The mantle.
The mantle.
You're working
Oh, the
on a
mantle.
mantle.
A mantle, or maybe I might be working on a piece. Maybe I might be working on a frame,
Oh.
cleaning a frame. Maybe taking out the picture out the frame and restoring the picture. Maybe maybe doing some coloring of a chip portrait or something.
Have you ever been able to take a piece home? Like, do you
No, I don't
work on
I
anything?
don't do it at home.
And when you first started 10 years ago, was this all brand new? Like, did you have to learn how to do like the stripping?
Yeah, what was the
and
learning
coloring?
process?
It's
Or
natural.
learning curve.
It came natural to me,
Hmm.
but of course I had to be taught like anything else, you know. And I learned
Anything
little by little, you know.
What have you learned from John also about his mentoring process, the
What I
apprenticeship?
learned, wow, man, that's a lot. I learned stripping. I learned painting. I learned taking things apart, fixing it. And when we don't have any heirlooms, we still work on the house. The whole building is still it still needs to be fixed.
Right.
And we fix things and make it look like it never happened. That's the beauty of art.
And is it collaborative work too? You're always doing this as a team, or is it primarily
It's always
independent?
something. It's always something. We're always painting a room. We get tired of a paint and we do another painting. We always switch things around. We're always making things look 17th century, 16th century.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, so just to be clear, so you said that you're creating an Airbnb.
Yeah.
Could you
for
tell
now.
us just a little bit more about that? I'm curious. That's
Well,
intriguing.
It's a theater. It's the theater. And we're going to convert it into like a room where you could come and rent out and sleep over.
Okay, so it'll be one room.
Yeah, but
Was that born out of the pandemic, that idea as well? Or?
Yeah, you got different ideas. You could do so many things there.
Yeah.
You could create. You know, it's all about creating an environment.
Mm.
There's a lot of people. It means how many people are interested in that. So.
Mm.
But we want to make it look like they're going back in time. So
Yeah.
all down to down to the chandelier and the lights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta
Yeah, we really promised Andre he could go after the
Thank you
cigarette.
so
But
much.
stop
Yeah.
by Lyric Hall.
Definitely.
Thank
Yeah, I
you.
kind of want to go
Have a
now.
good one.
Yeah.
Laura
Bye.
and Maya, thank you for telling us the word on the street on Whaley Avenue in Fitz with Andre. That was great.